At the time we are filming, the markets are not open. We're ahead for a busy day. And already before the market being open, at the time of filming, we're seeing 56,000 calls in the money. Now this is big, especially going forwards into this day that we are trading, which is obviously Friday, because we're looking at these options expiring today. And this is very, very interesting because now we're going to go over to bar chart and we're going to actually have a look at the prices which these are expiring. Now of course, this is just my opinion, it is not financial advice. We are going to be looking at the key levels for Friday when it comes to the calls and of course the puts as well, because a lot of people think this could potentially be a big week for them. And yes, the data does say it definitely can, depending on what does happen. So of course, this is only my opinion, but if you do enjoy it, do subscribe. And with that being stated, we're going to jump straight in. Now, of course, at the time of filming, like I said, the markets are not yet open. But what we do have so far is a price of $25.46. Now, it was in the $26 range, I believe, for a short amount of time earlier this morning. And of course, we did have that massive jump in the post hours yesterday. So a lot of people very, very excited based on that and thinking that today could be a very big day. And for sure it could. So who knows what's going to happen, but we'll have a look at what we do know. So right now 56k calls in the money. And that alone is a very, very large number. We are not really seeing numbers like that very frequently. And we are going to analyse why and what we're looking at and why this could be so big. So we'll have a look at the key data. Of course, one day to expiration, with that day being today's trading day, we are seeing an implied volatility figure of 203%, historic volatility of 147%. And when we come down to have a look at these figures, especially this column here, which is of course the volume, as in the amount of interest, come up to these figures, especially lower down, starting really at 24, moving all the way down, I would say, to about 28. Look at these figures that we have, and this is of course just near the money. Now if we show all, which we will do, and have a look at this data again, we get to see the wider picture. Now of course, the closer we get to having as many of these in the money as possible, that is good. So volume is of course in this column, no point really looking below, I would say about 20 or 23. So yeah, coming up to 23 and going down really to about 30. We see this, this volume column being quite intense. And again, going back to that near the money level, clearly we are seeing a lot of potentially in the money calls, which could expire in today's session. So again, coming up to 24.50, we're seeing 11.9k. At $24, we're seeing 17k. But when we come down to 25 alone, we're seeing an extra 48k. Now, of course, where we are at the moment, this does look possible. Now come down a bit lower to 25, we're seeing 25.50, we're seeing 15.9. Come down to 26, we're seeing 20,000. All the way up to 27, that's 19,000 extra, plus the 7.8k at 26.50. And come all the way down to levels at 28 and 29. These are going to be key, as we are seeing 10,000 at 29, and at 28 we're seeing 12,500. So what I'm trying to say here is, come up to 25 by the end of the day, we're in a great position. Come up to around 30 and we get, of course, all of these. Now anywhere that we can get to would be great, above 25. And I do think that is definitely something possible today. And of course, a lot of people think this definitely could point towards the potential of a gamma squeeze going forwards into next week. Now, whether you think that is possible, that is up to you to make your minds on. And of course, this one will be coming out when the market is open. But so far today, by the time you're watching, we will have had a look at where AMC is potentially set to move into today. And I have to say, based on the price action alone, I am pretty excited. The way that I see it, we are looking at a time where we have had a massive rise, up to 34 as you will remember. And then we had that, of course, trading day which brought us down after that. I think in the last 2 days we are seeing that nice period of consolidation, which I am very, very happy to be looking at. So the question is now, into Friday, now that the setup is great, we've had that sell-off after that massive rip upwards, are we bound for another one? I think it definitely is possible. I think the chart does look pretty set for it, if you ask me, now that we have had that time for a lot of the indicators to cool off. But that is just my personal view on it. I do think that AMC is in a very, very strong place, and especially going forwards into today, a lot of people are very excited. The news that we have had overnight regarding GME has potentially brought AMC up with it, and I think that is Obviously something which is going to be very exciting, both for GME but also for AMC into today, as I think as we go on, the FOMO really is starting to kick in. Because the price of these two stocks, especially AMC in the past week, has absolutely rocketed. And it doesn't appear to be stopping, you know, even a open up about 3%, it really is quite decent to be fair. It does kind of eradicate some of the losses that we have seen in the last 2 days, which is also very, very good. So I do think that where we are going forwards into today, we're having high volume in the before hours. The setup is looking very good, and the charts are looking fantastic too. So I want to hear what your thoughts on this are down below. Do you think that this is going to be the week that we finally get a gamma squeeze? Do you think it's possible, or do you think this is something which people are paying too much attention to? My opinion on it simply is, it is looking interesting, and I'm here not really to provide my opinion in this video, but to provide the data which everybody is looking at and talking about. I think, yeah, it's promising, but as usual with all catalysts, I don't read too much into them, because who knows, you know, catalysts, especially on a specific date, whilst they may work and whilst we all hope that they do, it is definitely a way which people can become disappointed if things just don't work out. So do be careful, cautious, and remember that when you are looking at the chart today. But of course, that's your call to make, because I am not a financial advisor. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, of course, do smash that like button and subscribe. I'll be back with you later for more, but for now, goodbye. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.